What's up, guys? Welcome back to the channel. Today is a very special video because I'm finally doing my review on the Headrush Pedalboard. I've had this thing for, oh my gosh, how long have I had it? I've had it since February. And it's funny because I also have a Headrush Prime that is, it's not on loan, but but a friend of mine is one of the guys from one of my bands. It's his, and he has asked me to do presets for the set list for his band, but he has the Prime and I have the pedal board, and I asked him, I was like, can I do a video on it? Can I do a video on the Prime? I was like, yeah, sure. I was like, I kind of want to do a comparison between the two. But today, we're not even talking about the Prime. We're talking about the Headrush Pedalboard, my personal Headrush Pedalboard that I've had for since February, and honestly, I got it because it was cheap, literally. Like, I spent like $420 on it, $429. So it tax about $440, $450. But definitely to me worth the money. And I want to do a review on it because, yeah, you know, the thing's been out since 2015, 2016. Yeah, it's old news because the Prime came out. But I mean, I was like, I don't care how old it is. If it has the sounds I'm looking for, and it has the features I'm looking for, then why not? And I've been looking at the MX5 because you know, that's something that it's a small factor and it's something I can put on my desk and record with and stuff like that. But I saw this one and I was like, man, I gotta have it. So today I'm going to be doing a review on it, tell you guys, I'm gonna give you guys my 2 cents on it and what I think about it. But there you go. The Headrush Pedalboard was the first iteration for Headrush effects, or Headrush. Yeah, I think it's Headrush effects. And they powered with the guys that brought you the 11 rack, and they wanted to put basically the 11 rack in a pedalboard form factor because multi effects and modelers and stuff have just been gotten very popular. At this time you start seeing a lot more bands carrying those. You don't really see bands with rack units much anymore. You don't see them with half stacks much anymore. You see them using stuff like the Helix or the Boss or whatever. And so they're like, you know what? Let's make a new thing and make it a pedal board. And honestly, after playing this thing, I've played a lot of multi effects units. I've had a Boss. I've had a Line 6. That's about it, Boss and Line 6. I've had 2 Line 6 modelers. I've had 1 Boss modeler. And honestly, out of all of them, this is my favorite one. Now, I can't really make a fair comparison about those because my Boss was a cheap Boss GT1 little pedal thing. My Line 6 Amplify was the cheap iteration of a Line 6 smaller, and also their sounds to me were a bit outdated. They you know, at the time there was the Amplify and there was the Pod, and the sounds just weren't there like it was with the Pod, and also it was just lacking a whole lot of things that I use personally in my own music, and even like where I'm doing work with another band or doing personal work or doing whatever. It really lacked. And then my second Line 6 was the kind of like a step up from the Amplify. It was the Pod Go wireless, and honestly, I love that thing. It's just with me, if I'm going to be doing multiple bands, especially if they're bands that do a lot of different types of sounds, I want to be able to have everything in one patch and not have to worry about flipping through patches, flipping through banks. Just have it right there. And it was great because Line 6 had snapshots, so I could do snapshots of each part. But with the Headrush, they put it a little bit further because I love amp tone. I don't like pedal tone. I love amp tone, and I don't like the way the distortion pedals on these modelers sound. I just think they sound just, you know. Now, of course, distortion pedals have definitely gone up. The quality of distortion pedals have definitely gone up over the years. But for a modeler, I have the amp there. I might as well just use the amp tone. Like, come on, y'all. Like, come on. But anyways, so give a little bit backstory about this modeler. I got it in February, and I played it live. Twice. I've used it live twice, and I always use it at practice. I'm constantly using it at practice. Now, Now, I give you kind of a little thing. Before I got this, I was using a pedal board, still doing the same amp modeling stuff. Except I had an amp modeling pedal. I don't have that pedal anymore. I have since sold it to Guitar Center because I needed the money, and basically the pedal was just sitting around collecting dust. And I have other pedals that I'm like, I really don't need it. But I had that pedal, and it was on a big pedal board, like you can't see in the frame, but it's I still have it. It's a big pedal board, and I got the Headrush because I didn't want to continually haul this big pedal board up and down stairs, especially if there's not an elevator. I want something I could have on my back, and then have two guitars, then have guitar in one hand, guitar in another hand, and have all my cables and stuff in storage in a backpack with my pedal board, and then that's all I bring to a venue. Now that has since changed because there are some bands that I'm playing with that they do like still using amps today, whether it be certain members or whatever. So I am now looking for an amp. That sounds great with my Headrush, and use the amp tones on the amp. You should use the effects on Headrush, but it still saves a lot of room, a lot of space, and a lot of aching whenever you just have something you can put on your back and blah 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 blah. But I don't know where I'm going in this video, but this is a review for the Headrush Pedalboard. Kind of give you a little kind of giving you my backstory on it. But I always tell people this pedal is an amazing pedal if you just want something that does really good amp models, really good effects, something that's a very easy layout, something that's very intuitive, because it has a touchscreen. That thing is a freaking lifesaver. I love it. I love the touchscreen on it, because instead of like going through banks and having like switches, if I'm on a show, I can just tap on the effect, move it around, or change everything all from the screen, and it comes in handy. And it's so quick. It just works out so well. Like I've used it at shows because obviously, you know, at shows you're supposed to have everything already set up and ready to go before the show. But at practice, if they're like, oh, I need you to do this, or I need you to do that, you know, I need you to, oh, we're doing this, we're doing that. Especially because I use the drop tune pedal on that thing way more than most people should. But it saves my butt, especially when I don't have very much money. I'm very limited on guitars and what I can buy, and so it really comes in handy to have that little drop tune pedal on there. And also, I don't have to bring any external pedals. Everything is in the board. Everything is in the little unit. But anyways, but it's very intuitive. I love the touchscreen on it. It has a really cool feature. It has a really cool thing where it does kind of like how Line 6 does snapshots, but it's called scenes. And basically, you can have one scene and be a verse, and have all the effects going for the verse. Then you have a chorus or a pre-chorus, and you can divide everything up that way in 8 different slots. And then in those 8 slots, there's another slot, so you can have up to 16 different scenes for one patch, which is great, because I can have just that. Because there's some bands I'm in that I only use I don't even use effects on. I just use a overdriven guitar with my drop tune pedal or a delay or something like that, and so I can have like each thing for each song that the band does, which is great, especially since because I've done like different songs, like done like the whole different songs thing or everything like that, and it wastes DSP, it wastes space, and I was like, well, I just have a rig for each band and just make the scenes however, and you can label it. So when you turn on the pedal, and you'll see. I'll show you everything here in a minute. But it has a thing where you can see verse, chorus, blah 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 blah, and it even has a thing where you can change the amp, where you can have the scenes be a different amp as well. Especially if you have different amps. Especially if you have like songs that are clean and then they go to dirty. You don't have to worry about using the trashy distortion pedal sounds on it. You can just switch to a different amp on one patch, which is great. But basically, like if you just want something that sounds really great, very intuitive, this pedal is a pedal for you. Definitely, I can't say anything bad about it. It's just been a great pedal for me over the past couple of months. Now there is something, because I am going to be doing a Prime video, and a Headrush Prime video here in a few days, because there is a feature that I missed when I did the research on the Prime that I saw, that I'm just like, why didn't I see this before? Why didn't I see this before? And why did they put it on the Prime? Why did they put it on the Headrush Pedalboard? Why is it just on the Prime? And it's a game changer, especially for me. I'm going to be going back to using actual amps for live. It just really comes in handy, and it's a really cool feature. But you'll see that in a later video. Right now we're talking about the Headrush Pedalboard. But let me take you on a journey. Ugh. Had to turn it on. It wasn't turned on. I never ever am ready for these things when I film, but whatevs. It is what it is. So, but I'm going to show you here in a second. Once it comes on, and just give me 1 second. I'll be right back. So apparently I wasn't recording any of that crap or any of the stuff that I said. So I wanted to make sure that the thing was on before I pan the camera down. But anyways, this is my Headrush Pedalboard. This is my personal one that I use for live recording, anything and everything. I do have some amp sims on my computer that I use as well, but I try to keep my sounds as accurate as possible, and the crossover from recording to live. And so I mainly just use the Headrush Pedalboard. I use Headrush Pedalboard for everything. But as you can see down here, I have three of the scenes set up, and I have them set up to amps. So so as you can tell, all my effects are up here. The only effect that's not up here is the whammy, because I need to have easy access to have it on and off momentarily when I do crazy, like Rage Against the Machine style stuff, like so it really comes in handy to have it outside of the drop tune, which the thing freaking soars. The thing is, like, I have no latency issues or anything like that. Like, literally, when I record, if I'm using my PRS CE, which is what I'm using right now, I'm using my PRS CE24 SE, which I will be doing a review on here in the next few days. It is brand new from the people at PRS, and it's been a great guitar. I've loved using it. I've been loving using this. But I haven't heard any latencies from the drop tune. It just sounds phenomenal. I do have this is my clean scene, I guess you can say, and it just has a delay on it. But if I click on the clean again, it's gonna turn on the shimmer reverb, because this is the only thing that I use. This is the only thing I use the shimmer on, is the clean channel, is the clean. And turn it back off to get you some clean with delay. And then if you just want clean, all you gotta do is turn the delay off, and then there you go. Got some straight clean without the delay. The next gonna be my dirty. It's basically just orange 8030. I love the way the orange sound. I love the way the orange amp sounds. I wish this thing had some rock reverb stuff on here, because the rock reverb is my favorite high gain amp, even though people say it's not a high gain amp. Trust me, freaking every metal guitar player who owns an orange owns a rock reverb. It's a high gain amp, but I mean, they have the 8030 on there, and so I always want to make sure I throw in an orange in my rig, because I love the way the orange sounds. And so I have an orange as my drive, and basically it's just an orange with the green GRCOD and the gate. See, and that's the cool thing about this, is that these are all the 11 effects. These aren't the effects that, well, you get these effects in the new Headrush, but these aren't like the updated, like, new effects. These are the effects of the 11 stuff that the people over at 11 manufactured and made, and they sound great. I mean, I love the way I just love the way everything sounds, which is why I got it. Which is mainly why I got it. I got it because of the amps and the sounds. But click on that, got a delay. Same thing with the delay. Just sounds phenomenal. And then going back, and then going to my lead is basically just a Mesa Boogie dual rack. I have it on the modern. And then you click on the drop tune. So yeah, so trying to give you a little idea of the sounds, and I mean and by the way, on my clean I have a Fender. But anyways, this is the real reason why. This is the reason why I got it. This is the reason why I wanted it, is because I wanted to be able to put each band that I'm in have its own rig, and do everything that I need it to do. And some rigs don't even need that much. Like, let's just scroll through these presets, because these are presets I have. This is what I use for if I use my amp sim on my computer, and I'm using my CE24, because my CE24 is in drop D. So for some of the lot of the stuff we play in drop C. So I usually not drop C, drop B. We play in drop B, and so I have the drop tune for that. And then you have this is a rig that I made. Because I was trying to make a rock reverb sound without like having to buy a whole nother unit just to have a rock reverb sound, and it's not really there. I'm still doing some tweaking on it. One More Light, that's another band that I am in, and you can see I have this stuff on here for what I do in that band. So nothing. No scenes yet, just effects. That's a clean tone that I made when I first got the thing. That's my heavy rig when I first got the thing. That's a Brigham Benjamin. No, that's not an accurate one. Mammoth, because it's one of the songs we play is from Mammoth. The Red, we play some Chevelle stuff. Under the Stars, that's a song from the EP that I use this to record with. Mudvayne, used to play in a Mudvayne band. But as you can see, I have the different so I have the different parts of the song. Like that was the intro, and then this. So that's another cool thing that you can do, and you don't have to put stickies or anything on here. You can just type this in when you edit the scenes, and they've really come in handy. But anyways, like this piece of gear, this is just a really cool piece of kit. Back to my Ash rig. But let me go ahead and get cleaned up and give you my final thoughts, and I'll end the video. Give me 1 sec. So there you go. That's the review of the Headrush Pedalboard. There are some things that I didn't get to skim over. I do plan on keeping this thing forever. So if you want to see any more videos with me, like explaining the Headrush Pedalboard and basically like doing deep dives on everything, like setting up a patch or anything like that, just let me know. I'm pretty sure there's something that I missed, but I just showed you what my favorite key points on here is. There's also some other things that I'm going to touch on right now that I didn't touch on when I was playing on it and showing you guys the sounds. It has XLR outs, which is what I mainly use. They also have 1/4-inch outs in case you want to have one out go into the front of the house and that into like an FR speaker or an amp, and you just want the sound, and you just want to have all your bases covered with when it comes to stage sound and front of house sound. I know a lot of people like me, I actually like doing that. I haven't done that in a while, but it's something I do enjoy. I do enjoy having my amp sound as well as the stage, having my stage sound as well as front of house sound. And with this, you're one step closer to being able to actually be more free on stage, because you don't have a lot of clutter when it comes to cable runs, stuff like that. I know with me that's a big deal for me, which is why I use I use a wireless now when it comes to live. anything like that. I would like to make my whole rig wireless at some point, but that's gonna cost money. So, so make sure you subscribe. Oh yeah, by the way, subscribe, like, comment, do all that fun stuff. Hit the bell. It'll really help me out. Help us get to 100,000 subscribers. But anyways, back to my 2 cents. But I do recommend you get this, especially if you're on a budget. You want, this is my first my first real professional unit. And I say professional quotes because what is professional nowadays. But this is my first professional unit that I've had in my years, many years of playing guitar and stuff like that. I've always been a pedal guy. I've always thought, the professional thing is to use pedals. But now that I'm older and I'm seeing a lot of things at my age take effect, like back issues and stuff like that. It makes sense for me to carry something like this around and use it for live and practice and everything, and it saves room in your car. because back in my day we had to use trucks, and now I can just fit this on a little compact car and be on my way to the show. Wait, no buts. But it's a great, cheap, professional unit that you can use. The sounds sound great. I don't know if you could hear. I don't know if this mic is going to pick up very well on the sounds, because I was using an FR speaker instead of plugging into my computer. I do have that capability, but I don't know. I wanted to use the FR speaker, and kind of give you because I feel like it's more boomy with the FR speaker, in my opinion. I like boomy, but not like muddy boomy, but like boomy. But I recommend this if you're on a budget and you just want good amp sounds and good effect sounds, and you're not really big on all the different features, because the Prime, which when I did the video on the Prime, that one has a lot of really cool features that if you're looking for, I recommend getting the Prime. But if you just want, like me, I just wanted something that had good effects and good amps, and honestly the effects and amps on here are freaking phenomenal. I love the amps and effects and everything on here on the Headrush Pedalboard, which is why I know I'm going to love the Prime even more. But I digress with that. I know I'm talking about the Prime a lot. This is a pedalboard review, but just some things to think about if you're thinking about what do you need. Really, ask yourself that. What do I need as a guitar player, as a musician, as someone who's going out touring, going to all these bars? What do I need? And honestly, if you're wanting something that just has cool effects and has really good organization and is very user-friendly, I definitely recommend the Headrush Pedalboard. I know it's been a great piece of gear for me, and I love it. I love having it. I never thought I'd say that, because I've always been the guy who loves amps and pedals, because to me that's the professional thing to do. But honestly, my pedals basically stay in storage now because I have this thing, and I love being able to record with it and being able to use it for all my sounds, even with the drop tune. I mean, no latency. The thing sounds great. I mean, I haven't had any issues. I haven't had any issues with it live. I love playing it live. It's so easy to use live, especially as a lead singer. I need something, I just press a button and I'm good. Or like, press this and I'm good. I just, and so it really comes in handy. I don't have to really tiptoe or two-step around the pedal board. I just have one foot switch for each part of the song, and that way I'm not having to oh crap, that has a delay, and let me turn on the delay that's on the other side of the board, and I'm having tripping and falling and hurting myself on stage, and who needs that? But anyways, that's the Headrush Pedalboard. If you have any questions, please put down in the comments. I'm pretty 100% sure that I missed some things, but I hope this gave you a decision to make. If you're looking to buy one, I definitely recommend it. And if you want something that has all these special features, then stay tuned for my video on the Prime, because that's going to be coming to you guys soon. But anyways, that is it. My name is Sam. Thank you for watching the Simply Sam channel. Once again, I'm going to link the Astronaut Wood EP, because that's the only EP from that I have right now that's new from all my different projects. But soon you'll see lots of others from all sorts of other projects I'm in, as well as vlogs, other reviews. If you want me to revisit the Headrush Pedalboard and kind of do a little bit more research on it, I'll definitely do that. But I need you to I need you to be active in the comments. So please leave a comment if there's anything that you want me to review next that I haven't mentioned in this video, that I haven't done. Put in the comments. Let's start a community. Let's help each other out. And so, but anyways, I'm signing off. Thank you guys so much for watching. Make sure you guys subscribe. Definitely subscribe. Help me get to 100,000 subscribers by the end of the year. I'd really appreciate it if you guys did that. Also don't forget to leave a comment and like the video, hit the bell notification, and yeah, so I'll see you guys again real soon. Hope you guys have a wonderful night, and I'll catch you guys again later. Bye.